I'm Nicol, your host of the Breakout, presented by ECAC Hockey. Well, fall is in full bloom all around us, and so is the college hockey season. In the ECAC, it's starting off strong for both the women and men's side. Taking a look at this week's top honors on the men's side, Skylar Brindamore is your player of the week. The Quinnipiac junior tallying 3 points over the weekend and was named to the 2021 Icebreaker All-Tournament team. St. Lawrence's Emil Zetterquist is your MAC goaltending goalie of the week, allowing just 2 goals while facing 71 shots in 2 games at Colorado College, helping the Saints spoil the grand opening of CC's new arena. And your rookie of the week is Colgate freshman Tommy Bergslund. He registered a pair of assists this weekend in Friday's 5-3 win at Vermont and was excellent on the defensive side of the puck in both games. On the women's side, these 3 helping lead their teams to big wins. Colgate's Danielle Serdachny is your player of the week, continuing her hot start to this season with 4 points in the weekend series against Vermont. Fellow Raider Kaylee Osborne is your MAC goaltending goalie of the week. Osborne posted her first shutout of the season on Saturday, making 18 saves, and followed that up with a 22-save performance on Sunday. And Rookie of the Week honors go to RPI's Audrey McCutcheon. This sweet goal, part of her first career hat trick in a win over Union Saturday. And with plays like those, it's no surprise that the women's teams are off to their best start to the season ever, with a 19-4-3 record in non-league play. For the first time in more than 580 days, our ECAC teams are finally playing in front of fans again. 8 of the 12 conference teams didn't even have a season last year, so needless to say, everyone is excited about welcoming back a crowd.
I'm very excited for fans to be back because they bring the energy, and it's also awesome to see young players around Providence come and watch our games. And of course, I'm excited to have my family back in the stands.
Looking forward to having fans back in the building, and probably the number one thing is just to have the energy back in here. When there's no fans in here and you score a goal, you're just missing the energy and all the juice that you get from all the fans cheering around you, and just having that back will be a huge excitement boost.
Hey Clarkson fans, what I'm looking forward to most is having the feeling of support at Chula Arena every Friday, Saturday night, specifically from our buddies in the student section and the pet band. We really missed you last year. Can't wait to have you back.
COVID's been a rough time for us just because we didn't have a season last year, so it's been a really long time since we've had some people in the stands. So just getting everybody together, I mean, they're part of our program, they're part of our support system, so just having those people there just to cheer us on means the world to us.
I'm looking forward to playing again this year. I think that last year, with so many of the teams from the ECAC getting the season taken away from us, that this year will be ultra competitive. And I know that the fans will bring a great atmosphere because they're just as, if not more, excited to be back in the rink than we are.
I think it's also fun going into away buildings like Cornell, where they have a big fan base, and just playing in front of fans is just fun in general. It ups the energy in the crowd and ups energy on the ice too.
What was it like playing in front of fans last year? Oh, it was unreal. It was such a fun experience. Hey, wait a sec. You're a sophomore. You haven't even played in front of fans. I'm Steph Markowski, I'm a junior, and I'm so excited to get Shield packed with fans this year.
Looking forward to the energy that the students will bring and the locals here in Hamilton, and it'll be fun to hear some noise back in this building.
Really excited for our fans to come back and all the energy that they bring. Always love having the students out there and the band coming and playing all their songs. Just really excited for that extra energy.
Mostly I'm looking forward to, honestly, looking up and seeing friends and family. Definitely with the past year and everything that's gone on, everyone's supported virtually, but definitely nothing can compare to having that in-person support.
Looking forward to having family in there and friends. I like seeing the bands and all the fans cheer and stuff, so that's something we're all looking forward to.
I'm just looking forward to getting to look up in the stands again and see my friends and family and their support. And I'm also looking forward to packing the stands for our annual Blackout Baker game.
The thing I'm most excited about for fans being back in the building is just the energy that they provide us in those big games and those tight games, and just kind of getting our home ice advantage back.
I think I'm most looking forward to having our student section back. It's always fun to have those guys cheering for us, especially against big games like Yale and Cornell.
I'm definitely looking forward to having fans back in the building to bring more energy.
Definitely missed the Mess of Faithful last year, so definitely looking forward to having fans back.
The Quinnipiac men are off to a strong start to their season. Sunday's win against Northeastern was the 550th victory for Coach Rand Pecknold. I caught up with Coach Pecknold this week to talk about the accolade and so much more.
Yeah, it was. It kind of snuck up on me. Certainly, it's a great accomplishment and a nice tribute to our program. I've been fortunate to have great coaches over the years to help me run the program, and great support from the administration, and probably most importantly, really good players. A lot of really good players and some very good goalies over the years.
You said it kind of snuck up on you. So did you know going into it? Did your team know going into it, or was it kind of you found out?
No, I had no idea that I finished last year at 549. That's my fault. We should have won one more game in the NCAA tournament. But it happens. But no, I had no idea where I was. But anyway, but it's all good. It's all good. It's a nice accomplishment, a nice feather in our cap for our program here at Quinnipiac.
Mm-hmm. And a great start to the season. You guys tied BC. You beat Northeastern. You're ranked in the top 10 nationally. You have to be pretty happy with the start to the season you're having.
I am. Yeah, I thought BC was really good, well coached, and tons of talent and high compete. Northeastern was great too. Tons of talent with Northeastern. Both those teams are going to have great seasons. So I thought we played better in the Northeastern game. I thought we played a better team game. A little sluggish to start to BC, and then we got it going. So, but all in all, a really good weekend against two high-powered teams.
Is there extra pressure when you start, ranked nationally and having big games like that? Is there extra pressure on you?
I think it is more difficult when you open the season against, like BC, which was 6th or 7th in the country. Like that's tough to do, and then you got to follow it up with another one. I remember looking at our schedule. I think before we started the season, I think 7 of our first 9 were against teams in the top 20 or 25. So it's a tough start, and it just worked out that way. But you'd probably like maybe some easier games out of the gate and then kind of ramp up to it. But the schedule is what it is, and you just take what's in front of you and you play it one game at a time. I know it's a cliche, but that's what you have to do. And now we get ready for Vermont.
And happy to be playing. I know you guys did play last year, but of course nothing was normal about last season. So what's it like now coming into this season and still coaching through a pandemic?
Yeah, I don't think we've returned to full normalcy by any means, in my opinion anyways. I'm still completely horrified, waiting for COVID to hit or something to hit, and I'm losing 4 guys Friday night, or I'm losing 5, or there goes your whole first line or whatever. I don't think our players understand the gravity. Like the Seattle Kraken lost 4 guys last night for their opening game. I don't think our players understand that. So that's my job to get through to them. That you can derail your season pretty quick if you get COVID, and it's still out there. And certainly it's not like it was last season, but it's still an issue that we have to deal with and have to manage this whole year.
Of course, there's a lot more focus on mental health right now, and you throw into COVID to all of that. So how are you handling that with your student athletes, where it's everywhere? Everyone's talking about athletes and mental health.
Yeah, it was very noticeable last year. Even in actually my whole time here, it's noticeable. I can tell every year you're going to have a few players that are dealing with depression or anxiety. It seems to have ramped up in the last 5 to 7 years. It seems like there's even more of it. And then last year, with how the kids were so socially isolated, we saw a huge uptick in it. And the kids were homesick too. They couldn't go home at all. They couldn't see their parents at games, like if the parents are going to come in and stuff like that. So there was a lot of issues. Quinnipiac did a nice job this year. We did hire a performance coach, mental coach for all the athletes here. And she's been great, Devin Markle. And so we've been really happy with having her deal with it. We've certainly used people in the past, but it's nice to have somebody within athletics, Quinnipiac athletics, to deal with our players and help with that. But it's something that you have to stay on top of as a head coach, and it's certainly an issue.
You are originally from Bedford, New Hampshire?
Correct.
All right. So is it safe to assume, are you a Red Sox fan?
I'm a Red Sox fan, yes.
All right. So you're feeling pretty happy right now after the weekend. What are your thoughts in the postseason here for the Red Sox in Houston? Yeah,
so I'm a big Red Sox fan. I did have a side note to that. I threw out a first pitch at a Yankee game, and it was like a little awkward, but it was great. It was a great experience for me, and great for Quinnipiac to get that you get a lot of PR from that stuff, and it was awesome. My little guy at the time was now 8. He was a little younger then. Was like, he's like, Dad, why aren't we doing this for the Red Sox? I said, well, I didn't get invited for that yet, so I'm still waiting for my invite from the Red Sox. So, yeah, I'm excited for the Red Sox. I'm a little rattled because my kids aren't Red Sox fans because we're not growing up in the Boston area. Again, my 8-year-old is, he loves these other teams. He loves the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Mariners. And, I kind of think I dropped the ball there. But I got to get him to Fenway for sure and get my kids back online with being Red Sox people.
And finally, if you weren't a hockey coach, what would your career be?
Oh, that's a great question. My thought was coming out of college, I was going to be a lawyer. That's what I was going to do. I was going to go back to law school, and then I got into coaching, and that got put on the back burner very fast. I don't know if I would have loved that. Probably more like a Wall Street type thing. I think I like finance or getting into that. I have some friends that do really well in that, and I think I would enjoy that.
All right. Well, I think you're doing pretty well. I think you chose the right career.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks again to Coach Pecknell, and thank you for watching this episode of The Breakout presented by ECAC Hockey. Join us next time.